Hello, fellow hobbyists, model makers, people that like to drill small holes. Anyways, that's a joke in the making right there. Anyway, I didn't plan that at all. Um, if you haven't noticed, I have a lot of small hobby drills. I just bought these three. I don't know if they're going to be good or not. The reason why I have so many drills is I'm too lazy to change the bits. And I like to very often drill at the barrels of my little cartoon tanks or have pilot holes for a bigger drill to drill a stand peg into the thing. So I will say, if you're shopping around, these are not good. This one, it's nice that you can have two sides, but you gotta have some good hand-eye coordination to drill a hole properly with this. Because it doesn't spin other than what's in your hand. But you see the tip is moving quite a bit as I try to spin this, right? So I'm not a fan of this one. It was cheap though, so it's not a big deal. This is not very high quality, but it does have this backing thing here, so you can spin it like this. It's just that for the geometry of my hand, it's not very good. But if so if I do that, it's okay. So I have a small and a medium. I also have two different workstations. That's why I have so many drills, different workstations. This is one of my very early ones. This one is actually a fluted spiral. So you can actually do this and literally drill a hole into something. Every now and then I still use this, but I find the Tamiya drills just to be quicker. These things are powered by double A batteries, and I use rechargeables. But you can only put in like I think like a 2 millimeter. Let me measure this. The chuck isn't very big in the Tamiyas. It's like a 2 millimeter bit is the biggest one you could put in. And the smallest one, sadly, it doesn't have a small chuck. This is a chuck from something else. You can't put super small bits into the Tamiya. So, but what's great about these is they're very slow spinning. So you don't have fear of blowing through your model and destroying it, having it tear through things like say a real electric drill would do. Okay, so now these are okay because these have a chuck built into them, and these work fine. But it's a little bit short again. The back end does spin, but it's there's no bearing in this, so it's the same with that, and that's reflected in the price of these. This one's a little bit smoother. It's got an aluminum, but yeah, it's also a little bit longer and has this rubber grip, so I think this is a little bit better. The display one's definitely nice. It's got a very smooth back end and a big rest for your palm. But for me, my extra large hands, I wish it was a little bit longer. But it also has a chuck built in, so that's nice as well. But this is very pricey compared to the other ones. But if you have the money, it's kind of a luxury good. Okay, sorry for my messy hands. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. So we got this one here. It's got a chuck. Yeah, where are my scissors? Now, oh yeah. So look at that. Bearings. That's impressive. Look how long that's spinning. I barely spun that thing. That's smooth. It's got some Chinese stuff etched into it. Jaya Li Glue. I'm not pronouncing that correct. There's a little plastic ring in here. Oh, yeah, you can unscrew this. Rounded edge. There's an O-ring keeping that cap on, and there's a bearing. Ball bearing, that is. Okay, so I like the rounded end because, and it's nice and long. Yeah, okay, I think that'll work nicely. The chuck, let's see how tight it can get. Oh yeah, so you could put in a really small drill bit there. No problem there. In fact, where's my 1/2 millimeter? This is 0.6. This is a 1/2 millimeter bit. Let's see if this will even fit in there. Yeah, it will. It won't fit in this gap, so if I open it, I can pop it in. Such a small bit. I think it's actually broken. Oh, this is kind of hard. Hold on. Come on. Trying to align that in the center. It's not aligning as perfectly as one would hope. Okay, so yeah. I think this is a broken bit, but it's definitely in there. It's chucked in there. It's not, I can't pull it out. So that's good. You can put in a really small bit, no problem. I do feel like the chuck is actually identical to these cheaper ones. What you're paying for is the extra length, right? Quite a bit extra, and then the ball bearing. So in fact, if you have extra large hands, this is like around 10.5, almost a little bit under, well, grip wise, now let me measure that. Maybe it's 10 centimeters, whereas these very cheap ones go from this knurled grip to the back. It's like under 8.5 centimeters, 83 millimeters or so. The display one, kind of short, going from the grip. Yes, it's like 77 millimeters or something. Okay, well, anyways, that has a nice feeling to it. This is broken. Might as well get it out of here. I also went and bought these bits here. So these are, I believe, a 3 millimeter diameter. So you can put them into a Dremel or something, but those spin too fast. 3. So sadly, you know, it's not going to fit the Tamiya, not with the standard chuck, I don't think. But let me, you know, I'm always wrong. I'm always forgetting. Yeah. Yeah, I was just checking to see if it came with a different chuck. I don't think it came with a different chuck. You could, I reviewed this, so you can look it up if you really want to confirm, but I can't remember. So it's not going to fit those Tamiya things, but it should probably fit this. Does this even say the sizes? Doesn't. Alright, now the only issue with this is now is it's so far away. Let me get that in here, and there we go. It's a little closer. You know, if it's too far away, it's going to be hard to align the thing. So, sure, that definitely works. Yeah, there you go. It drilled right through it, no problem. And it seemed to be holding this part. I thought I might be holding this part, but no, I'm actually holding this area right here. So maybe this, I guess the display is still okay, because I'd be holding this area here anyways. Okay. Anyways, this is nice. I'm pretty happy I got that one. Let's see this thing. This thing says Delixi. I guess it's the same thing that this brand is here. Oh, look at this thing. Cool. So, diameter-wise, it's quite big. This is like 16.6. This one is 15. And then your standard cheapos, the back end is 14. This thing is only like 10 down here. So will it be more controllable? I don't know. There's a bearing in there, but it seems a little bit wobbly. See? A little bit of wobble. So it's a little unbalanced. It's probably, maybe it's this. Oh, never mind. There's something in here. Look at this. You can store 5 bits in here. Oh, that's actually not even a drill. It's a pin. Like a scriber. Interesting. But I'm a little curious. Can I fit these in here? Let me go with the durable one. So that definitely fits. Oh, I think it will fit in there. Let me see. Will it bottom out? I wonder if I also remove this. No, it still closes all the way. So yeah, you can store these bits in there. So if you're traveling or something, yeah, you could have 5 bits with you. This is actually cooler than I thought. Very neat. Alright. I may as well try the scribing function. I'm not sure if I want to keep this thing because I think it's going to gouge into my palm. But let's try the way it's set up. Alright, so now, is this metal? I almost feel like this is plastic, this black thing I'm touching. It's not cool to the touch like the rest of it. I feel like I think there's a spring in there. I can hear something. Right? There's a spring back there. But this is very grippy, so that was very easy to chuck into place. Very nice. My random model kit parts. So I'm going to try to scribe a line. Well, it definitely works as a scribe. I'm not very good at scribing, of course. I don't have that alignment tape or anything like that, but it definitely works fine. So that's a nice little thing if you want to use a scriber, but the fact that it spins, I bought this as a drill. You know, doing this will do nothing. But if you want to heat this up, it would make a good way to make a pilot hole for a drill. Alright, let's take that out for now. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Look at this. So we have a copper, oh no, probably a brass chuck here for the 3mm. So you could probably swap this out from with other things. That's a very coarse thread, and that's what makes the thing very easy to chuck. And there's that spring. It's a very short spring. I thought it might be like more of a pen spring, but very short. Okay, let me pop that back in. Pop that back in. Get this out. And let's get back to a drilling. Let's go with this medium-sized one here. So pop that in. Yeah, very, very easy to manipulate. That's kind of psychedelic, those spiraling flutes. So just driving it by hand, yeah, that works fine. It's so smooth to spin, and that wobbliness, I can't feel that wobbliness at all. Alright, so that clearly works fine. I am a little curious if maybe it's designed to do this. I mean, I'm drilling a hole as I speak, so it's just finding the right pressure. Oh, there it went through. That was faster than when I did it the traditional way. So that's interesting. Granted, you probably want to have a pilot hole so the thing doesn't wander, which again might be why this is here. I wonder. Let me try. Just jam that in. Right, there's my pilot hole. Align that. Oh no. Yeah, look at that. That, I don't know if it's catching it, but it's very effective just doing this. Yeah, that went through pretty good. And that's a pretty wide drill bit compared to what I usually use. That is very, very interesting. Unexpected. So I rather like that because it's totally unexpected. It definitely feels high quality. The fact that you can store bits in it is really nice as well. This one, can you? No, it's just a bearing back there. This is okay as well, but this traditional chuck, look, it actually unscrewed from the handle. Nothing back there, there's no spring. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not a professional drill reviewer. I'm just a hobbyist trying to buy tools that make my hobby making easier. So that's fine. That's fine. I don't know what happened before. Why the bit fell inside there. Okay, well, alright, I guess that's still fine. Wait a second, I almost forgot this one. It was hidden away on the table. So this one has a bearing, and it's got a carbon piece here, and then it's got a red anodized chuck. I can't imagine it being a problem. I'm a little curious, I'm just going to unscrew the whole thing. So it's a different mechanism compared to the last one. It's totally flat inside there. It's not a tube. So in this case, that flatness is resting against that to compress the three teeth together. Oh, look at that. That bit totally vanished away in there. So you might want to put something in there to keep that from happening. Or you just gotta, you know, hold the bit, get it close, maybe like that. Okay. This one, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel smooth. I can literally see though the ball bearings there. See, those are little bearings, but it's not smooth compared to the other two. Well, still, it's very easy to drill with though. Even though it's not as smooth of a bearing, it works perfectly fine. Now I gotta try this method again. Oh, that works perfectly fine as well. In fact, because this thing is so wide, I think it might be even easier to use than the last one. This is such a good grip, whereas this one, it works as well, but there's that wobbliness. See? You can see the wobbliness. I don't get any of that wobbly feeling with this. This is just rigid. So I think, look at this, I can go back and forth. Oh yeah, this is much better. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I remembered this. This one, it still works. It works fine. I think if I had a thicker drill bit in there, it would work well. It's just that this chuck can't accept these 3mm shanked ones, right? So you're limited to pretty small drill bits on this type of design. Whereas this, you can put a 3 in there. All right. So for today, this is okay. Hold on, I guess I should test this one as well with this bit. Getting that bit out of there, popping this in here, and let's try this area right here. Oh, that works just as well. I think this one's better than this super thick one as well. The wobbliness of this, you can feel it. These two are quite rigid. I feel the knurling on this is better. It's grippier for that type of drilling. This one still works, of course, and this one has a much smoother bearing versus that one. But I think performance-wise, I actually still think maybe this is easier if you're going to try to do the two-handed method like this. But for the one-handed method, let's see. That seems okay. Okay, that was fine. Try to do the same bit size. I think they're even. Yeah, they're fine. If you're going to drill this way, either one is perfectly fine. But I think this one is best for this one, this way. Okay, well anyways, I would steer towards these two, functionally, over, I think, all those. this one, it can do the job. It has a much quicker chuck. I do like that. And then again, you can store 5 bits in it, so that's fantastic. So I think there's a purpose for this as well. So yeah, these 3 recent acquisitions are definitely better, I think, than all those other hand ones. I still love the Tamiya one. It's just that you're limited in the size of drill bits you can put in there, in particular the small one, unless you change the chuck in there. So let me show you. Yeah, so this is just a brass chuck from something else, and it does work. So you can make this fit, but you see this wobbliness? The standard Tamiya chuck doesn't wobble like that, but it gets centered by the cap anyway, so it's workable. I don't know why no one else makes a really slow speed drill. Like, these are very overpriced for what they are. Someone else, hopefully a Chinese brand, will just decide to make something like this, and have it for a third of the cost, or even a fifth of the cost, because this is just way overpriced. Okay, long video. Thanks for watching today. Hopefully this will help you decide if you want to buy anything or not. I'll see you in the next tool video. Bye.